Well, that was a pretty good way to start the year. I just realized that's a really bad pun. Not by design at all. Anyways, we're out here. It is January the 2nd. Yep, still the 2nd. And absolutely beautiful this morning. The 4040 there. She is notoriously difficult to start. She pretty much will not start if she's not plugged in the winter. Half the time it won't start in the summer if she's not plugged in. Like if a cloud goes over top, no chance in starting that. Anyhow, she started pretty good. No ether at all, which is good, real good. This yard's not bad, but I'm just gonna blow some more snow and clean it off nice and clean. Go down to my uncle's, blow some snow in that bin yard. It'll be a lot more. And I'm gonna try and drop the auger and then haul it up here. I'll get to that in a bit. So once this guy's warmed up, we're gonna blow this snow up around the corner, the lane. Well, that looks a fair bit better. Well, kind of pissed off. I should, somewhere, I'll have to go look. I blew a shear pin, or both of them, I guess. Oh, well, yeah, there's a couple pieces there. Ah, damn it, that sucks. Should have some. Yeah. Well, we'll get over to the shop and we'll change this real quick. But first, I don't even think I got 100 meters. Let's yeah, actually I probably did about 120. Like I started there and I got to over there. Like I definitely need to pay attention where I'm going. Well, this isn't exactly the worst job in the world to do. It's just not very fun. So I should have dug that out first. Well, we'll try, see what we can do. Well, we got her back on. That guy. It's actually not that hard. The hard part is getting things lined up. It's got about 5 degrees of play. Here. The output PTO, it's about 5 degrees of play, but it's a 540. So that's not even a full cog. Now, this thing's probably seized. You know, it's full of snow, so I can't pull that over by hand. I'll go and bounce it around a bit outside. Hopefully we'll get all the snow out and we won't blow shear pins right away. But normally it's not even that bad when it's on an auger, but this top link, you just have no room to maneuver when it's down. So anyways, we'll get these bolts put away and we'll get back to blowing snow so I can hook on to the auger. And figure out what we're gonna do. Well, hopefully you can see the PTO's turning over real good now. So there was nothing in it. Part of me was wondering if there might have been a chunk of 2x4 was laying around or something. But no, I was probably just flogging it a bit too hard. So let's get going again. Old Farm King 1370 auger that I was working on last winter when I put the power swing on. So the last time we used it, you might notice it's like, hey Devin, that's kind of up in the air a fair bit. You would be 100% right. Wouldn't come down. It was cold, like minus 30. Maybe not 30, but probably 25. But doesn't really explain why it wouldn't come the rest of the way down. So I had a plan. Plan was stupid because I forgot about something. So now we're improvising a bit. But essentially what I'm like, this thing would go up no problem, wouldn't come down. Well, I'm gonna have to lift and come forward and whatnot, but we'll try this, see what happens. Hopefully that doesn't catch. This thing's already bent anyways, so. I can't see a damn thing. Okay, now we'll lift that. I was using the snowblower, the 3-point hitch, as a park brake because this thing's park brake doesn't work great on hills. It works, just not well. So we're gonna lift. Perfect. Now, I don't see any reason I can't, except I didn't take a very good angle at it. So, give this thing a little do-si-do here. Maybe there. Okay. Now the big thing, I want to make sure I don't break that PTO. Ooh. Turn that a little. There. It's a brand new PTO shaft and it's only about $2,000 because it's got a CV joint in it. Come on. Okay. This auger needs some work. Actually, the main tube's pretty good, aside from some rust I'll clean up down there and a chip in the flighting. But this needs some attention. Now, the flighting itself is good. It's really hard to see, but in there are some bushings. They are toast. And over there, that bearing, she's toast. So I want to get this somewhere where I can take it off. Hopefully pressure wash it. And then I will rip her apart. So this one, nothing. So that one, yeah, she'll go up, but she won't come down. So let's talk about what I think is going on. But first I'll show you, for those not so familiar with hydraulics, what I think is going on. Well, I'll tell you how this works, and I'll tell you what I think is going on. So this is a single action hydraulic. It works because there's a piston in here. So there's this rod and it goes most of the way up to here. And then there's a piston head with a bunch of seals. And we put pressurized fluid in this side via the hydraulic hose that comes from the tractor. It pushes this rod out, which lifts the auger. And then to bring it back down, it's actually, the valve is opened on the tractor and the weight of the auger allows it to come down. Pretty simple. This is actually a dual action. It's got a breather in there, but it's rigged up as single. If it was a dual, there'd be 2 hydraulic lines, and one would be returning fluid when one was taking fluid, and blah blah blah. Now that requires a lot more hydraulic lines and fittings, and those are all expensive and really unnecessary. So the current situation, this guy won't come down. Not necessarily very good. What do I think is happening? Well, there's a valve here, and there's a valve here, and technically that's a valve to the fitting, is a check valve if you want to look at it that way. One of those, I believe, is getting blocked by some form of debris. Now, which one? This is actually a needle valve, or a throttling valve, and that's used to control how fast up and down that thing's going to go. So that's where I'm going to start, is that it's never been adjusted. It may have just failed, or something's fouled it up. That's my suspicion on what's gone wrong, but I'm going to troubleshoot from the tractor forward or backwards, however you want to look at it. Now, I know, like right now, this guy is not under pressure, and I cracked this guy last time, and that's a full open globe valve. So it's very unlikely that something's going to bridge that. So for safety's sake, I'm going to close my valve here, and I'm going to crack this end off. Well, I got this guy off and proceeded to instantly drop it in the dirt. But let's see what happens here. We'll crack a valve, and we'll... So it is trying to come down extremely slow. So yeah, it should be almost dropping. Okay, got our trusty old bucket of dirt, and I'll kick this valve open. So I'm going to snoop around, because should be coming through a lot faster than that, which makes me suspect that throttling valve. Don't know if I'll be able to feel or hear. Just really, really slow. Pretty dang certain that guy's no bueno. Be a month of Sundays coming down at this rate. Is that a swivel in there? Doesn't really feel pressured up. So that makes me think between there and this is. Okay, so she came all the way down. She's touching there. Took about 15 minutes, But we're making progress. We're taking baby steps, but we're making progress. So I'm gonna put that hydraulic fitting back on. Obviously got hooked up to the truck. I'm gonna take my uncle's wrenches back to his shop, lock that up, and get rid of this bucket of oil. I'm gonna take this guy back to the farm. When I say up north, I like working on stuff at Dad's farm, or even better at my brother's shop, because it's really close to town. If I need to run for parts from here, it's about 20 minutes each way. If I run from my brother's shop to Barassa's, I can walk it in about 10 minutes. I can drive it in about a minute and a half. So, yeah, it's much faster working on parts, a lot less frustrating just because of that. Otherwise, I would love to work out here. The heated shop's wonderful to work in. But my brother also has a Zoom boom. And whether I use it at his shop or I can drive it to the farm, either one's fine. Zoom boom's super handy for getting this guy off. We've had this guy off in the past because we had this gearbox pile up. I think it was at the end of my first year. It was actually this bottom gearbox. But when I put everything back together, I made sure to put anti-seize and everything. So it should come off pretty good, I would think. Just got to undo that and the bolts around here. Up she comes. And I'm going to take it and probably give it a pressure wash. Ooh, what's wrong there? Come on. Ah, all right. Kind of looks a little off kilter, don't it? Kind of had a brain dead moment coming around the corner here because of the auger swing. Yeah, you can see that's not right. Boop. Come on, zoom. Kind of knocked her to the side a little bit, which is minor. Loosen off the bolts, we'll square it up, put it back in the same place. But yeah, I was coming around the corner and I caught my uncle's tree. I think I broke a branch off there. But yeah, completely brain dead moment because I was gonna go there and, you know, kind of do a 3-point turn, and I was so focused on the problem I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. So, well, it's already done. It's not my first mistake. Certainly won't be my last. Hell, it's just gonna look real stupid coming home. Have to add that to Snapchat.